Russian President Vladimir Putin has repeated one message this week. Russia wants the entire Donbas region of Ukraine under its control. He says it will happen by force if Ukraine does not pull its troops out. Ukraine has rejected the demand completely. Kyiv says this is Ukrainian land and that they will not hand over territory Russia has failed to capture fully on the battlefield. The Donbas is made up of two regions, Donetsk and Luhansk. Russia already controls all of Luhansk and over 80% of Donetsk. But around 5,000 square kilometers of Donetsk still remain with Ukraine. Across the country, Russia currently holds a little under 20% of Ukraine, including Crimea, parts of Kherson, Zaporizhzhia, and small stretches in other regions like Kharkiv and Sumy. The remaining pocket of Donetsk includes Sloviansk and Kramatorsk. Ukraine has turned these cities into strong military bases since 2014. They sit on high ground and are surrounded by trenches, bunkers, and anti-tank defenses. If Russia captures them, the land that lies further west is flat and open. That makes it easier for Russian forces to push deeper into Ukraine, all the way toward the Dnipro River. Ukraine says giving up this area would leave the rest of the country exposed to future attacks. Putin's comments came right after a 5-hour meeting with two U.S. envoys, businessman Steve Witkoff and former White House advisor Jared Kushner. The U.S. is trying to work on a plan to end the war, but both sides say nothing concrete has been agreed so far. U.S. and Ukrainian negotiators are also holding their own meetings in the U.S. this week to understand what Russia told the American team in Moscow. Putin claims he accepted some U.S. ideas, but rejected others. He did not share details, saying it could disrupt the talks. Ukraine says any plan that asks it to surrender territory is off the table. Its constitution does not allow giving up land without a legal referendum. Putin says the war will end only when Russia achieves all its original goals. He again repeated his demand that Ukrainian troops withdraw from all of Donbas. He also used the phrase Novorossiya, an old imperial term for areas stretching across southern Ukraine, hinting at wider ambitions. Despite these bold statements, independent military trackers say Russia's advance remains slow. A U.S.-based analysis estimates that at the current pace, Russia would take the entire Donetsk region only by 2027. Even as peace talks continue, fighting has intensified. Russian strikes have hit civilian areas in Kryvyi Rih, Odessa, and Kherson this week. Children were among those killed and injured. Large parts of southern Ukraine have lost power and heating as winter sets in. Ukraine is also striking back, targeting Russian fuel depots, drones, and energy sites. Both sides are holding talks. Both sides are still fighting, and both sides have red lines they are not willing to cross, especially over land. For Russia, Donbas is the minimum it wants. For Ukraine, losing it risks the rest of the country. That gap is why the war keeps grinding on.
Been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.